Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I have a triple chocolate cake for you. I decided to do something different today in my video. My youngest is in preschool, so I have the house to myself for a few hours. So instead of muting my videos or putting music in the background, I thought I would just show you real time of how I put this cake together. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like it, if you guys prefer it, if you guys don't and just prefer the muted videos or music in the background, let me know. The house is nice and quiet besides my breathing, of course. So like I said before, I am doing a triple chocolate cake. I am using my moist chocolate cake recipe along with a chocolate buttercream and a chocolate ganache. I'm using semi-chocolate sweet for the ganache. I am using 6-inch cake rounds for my cake today. And I'm just going to repeat the process for every layer. And you guys, I don't think I've ever done a real-time video before. Most of my videos, or if not all of my videos, have always been fast-forwarded. So yes, this is really how slow I decorate a cake. I really didn't think it was going to take long though, because the cake is small. I think the longest part out of making the cake is really adjusting my camera and the lighting. I swear I spend so much more time just trying to perfect or trying to get a good angle of my cakes before I even start. And now it's time to frost the cake. And I'm not too concerned about doing a crumb coat. It's chocolate on chocolate, and so I'm not too worried about it. The only thing that I'm worried about is really just getting straight sides onto the cake. As you can see, I always like to start on the top and then just work my way down to the bottom. Using my favorite spatula, of course. And I'm not too sure if they have a spatula in between sizes. I know this one's kind of small and then the bigger one's pretty big, but if they have one in between, let me know. I wouldn't mind trying a medium-sized one. I always like to have a clean surface on my counter as well, especially now that I'm recording again. In between takes, I'm always trying to clean my area before I press record. Now it's cake scraper time. And if you guys have any suggestions of what kind of cakes you guys want to see next, or maybe just a cake that you want to design yourself and haven't had time to, let me know. Maybe I want to give that a try as well. Now that I'm back into the cake world, I have so many ideas, but I really just don't know where to start. And I don't know if you noticed, but my cakes were pretty thin. I made sure that when I baked these cakes the other day that my layers were not going to be as thick. So this cake was probably only about 4 inches in height, maybe 5. Usually when I'm putting a cake together, it's a lot taller than this. Right now I'm just scraping off any excess buttercream, making sure my sides are nice and straight. Sometimes when I'm making a cake, I don't make enough frosting. And it's always so hard to try and get your sides straight when you run out of frosting. But luckily today I did make enough frosting for this cake, and so I didn't have any issues with that. But a little secret, when I was making the heart-shaped cake, I did not make enough blue for my frosting. I think I admitted it in the video that frosting the heart-shaped cake was a lot harder than it was, but I think part of the problem was because I did not have enough frosting. So I guess tip for today, always have enough frosting. I'm cleaning off the top now and going to get my cake ready for my ganache drip. I am going to place my cake into the freezer just for a little bit so my ganache does not run all the way down. I wanted my ganache to be a little bit thick. I used semi-sweet chocolate chip with some heavy cream. And then I placed it into the refrigerator to cool. so I can get this thick consistency. I think if I wanted a thinner consistency, I don't think I would have used chocolate chips. I think I would have went for the candy melts instead. But I did like how this turned out on my cake. It makes the cake look super rich, super chocolatey, and that's what I was going for. And now for the top of my cake, more ganache. And I'm going to finish off the top with a swirl using my offset spatula. Now I'm using a Wilton 32 tip and doing some swirls on top of my cake. I'm going to be doing swirls all around the top of my cake. And in case you're wondering, I did make a new batch of buttercream for the top right here. I wanted a different shade of chocolate, so I just made more frosting and added a little bit of my ganache onto it to get this lighter shade of brown or chocolate. I'm adding some Hershey's chocolate to the top of my cake as well. I'm adding it in between each swirl. And then I decide to add a little bit more chocolate to the front of my cake. Just adding a couple of pieces of chocolate with some buttercream to hold it all together. And then just finishing it off by piping some buttercream onto the cake and around my chocolate using the same piping tip. And that's about it. This is what my cake looks like. This is what I decided would be the finished look. Let me know what you guys think about this video, you guys. If you guys like it, if you guys don't like it, maybe a combination of everything for my future videos. Thanks so much everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe to my channel for more cakes, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you.